how's it going, everyone? It's Harvey from Mother SpongeBob. Today is May 27, 2021, and today we're going to focus on a major severe weather threat that's going to impact the Midwest, as well as the cooler than average temperatures that is expected to impact the Northeast this weekend. But before I begin, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather icons, and make sure, if you like this video, make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see even more weather icons. So let's begin by taking a look at the current radar. It is around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you see that there's a pretty strong line of thunderstorms extending from Oklahoma as far north as Illinois, and we do have rain showers to the north of it, but none of these further northward will be severe since there isn't enough unstable air. There isn't really an unstable air mass in this region because the temperatures are too cold to support just rapid evaporation and rapid convection, unlike in this area where the atmosphere is holding plenty of water with the 80 to 90 degree temperatures all throughout the southeast at this point. So as a result, convection is very high in this area, especially when we see cold air on the backside of it. If we were to take a look at the current temperatures throughout the United States, you see the stark contrast in temperatures because you see right around this area it's around the 70s, but only go less than 50 miles to the north, you're already in the 50s. So there's a pretty stark contrast when it comes to temperatures, and even some areas in the northern Midwest are in the 40s. So that's really creating a very unstable air mass where the convective available potential energy will be high for today to support a lot of severe weather throughout the Midwest, unfortunately, where damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes should be the main concern throughout the United States. Taking a look at what the GFS model is forecasting at this point, you see this is where we're at, right around where we're at right now. We do of course see a lot of rain on the northern side of the storm, but it gets more interesting as we head further into the forecast realm, where we do see higher than average where we do see some severe weather form and a line of severe weather form which extends to Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, and even as far south as Texas, as we're seeing that cold air from this ridge move further southward, and it's interacting with the very warm air that's also very humid with very high dew points. If you were to take a look currently at the relative humidity throughout the southeast at this point, we do see just plenty of humidity right around this region, and it's a lot more moist than average in general for the most part. So and if we were to take a look at the dew points, you see the dew points all throughout the southeast. We even see dew points as high as in the 70 degree range, which is sufficient enough for rapid convection and very buoyant air molecules to occur right around this region to support just very strong thunderstorm activity, because since the dew points are so high, that really means that the air molecules are a lot more buoyant, so they're far more likely to rapidly rise up into the atmosphere. And along with the high amount of moisture this air mass contains, it's gonna create an area where condensation will be rapid, and we're gonna see a lot of latent heat associated with these high dew points in the upper levels of the atmosphere, which will of course obviously create just very strong thunderstorm development all throughout the Midwest for today, thanks to the very high dew points that are located in this region. Taking a look at the and also, like I said, the temperatures will be there to support very strong thunderstorm activity. In terms of the wind shear, while the lower level winds will be light, there will be just enough wind shear in the atmosphere, deep level shear, to support development of supercell thunderstorms, because you see while the lower level winds are weak, so there might not be a high chance of tornadoes. You see in the mid levels of the atmosphere, the winds do strengthen, and we do see a slight variation in wind direction, so we could certainly see some isolated tornadoes associated with this. However, I will say that the biggest threat from these thunderstorms will be a large hail threat and a damaging wind threat, where we could see wind gusts over 80 miles per hour, in my opinion, based off of what we're seeing on the computer model. So taking a look at the convective available potential energy levels for today, you're going to see that there's going to be plenty of convective available potential energy to support just very high thunderstorm activity. You see, we do see levels right around 3,500, which is just very strong convection, and I'm concerned that it's going to bring just very bad severe weather throughout this region with convective available potential energy just so high for today as a result of the unstable air. But it eventually winds down as the atmosphere begins to stabilize, so we will see a decrease in severe weather for tomorrow. However, you see right around Texas, even going into the 36-hour mark, we do see high convective available potential energy levels. So there's still certainly a chance of severe weather in Texas for tomorrow as well. So we need to keep a close eye on that. And we need to, and flooding could also be a concern with these thunderstorms in Texas, even head into day 3 mark, where we do see that convective available potential energy still linger around Texas, which is certainly the concern. Taking a look at the future radar for to see where exactly those thunderstorms will lie for today and who exactly will impact. You see right around 5 to 6 p.m. Right around the time you're watching this video, we will see thunderstorms develop right around Oklahoma, and as Oklahoma is expected to be the sweet spot when it comes to the worst of the severe weather. So a lot of the state of Oklahoma, especially on the eastern portion, needs to pay very close attention to this, because there's a high chance of severe weather in your area. You see, there's like I said, the dew points are going to be very high. There's going to be very steep lapse rates in the mid levels of the atmosphere to support just rapid convection in the atmosphere to support thunderstorm development. And you see it's going to move right through Oklahoma right around, I'd say, nighttime, right around 8 p.m. So you guys in Oklahoma City need to pay close attention to this, and it'll move, and we'll see thunderstorm activity, of course, in St. Louis as well. So keep that in mind if you're right around St. Louis area, and this will impact Illinois as well. Springfield could be involved in some severe weather. Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas could be involved, and moving further southward, maybe even Dallas could get into some thunderstorm activity very late into Thursday, into very early Friday, where we do see those thunderstorm bands move further southward. However, as the atmosphere begins to stabilize later, the severe thunderstorm threat obviously will diminish as the atmosphere stabilizes. So that is certainly good news that this won't be an all-night thing for a lot of you guys, but there's still that chance of thunderstorms throughout Dallas, and those moving through, and those in pretty much in the way of this cold front or this mid-level trough that's moving through. So keep that in mind throughout the southeast. And another thing to keep in mind is the cold temperatures are going to be associated with this mid-level low, because we're going to see a ridge that's going to up, because for one thing, we're going to see just very strong northerly flow right around northeast. That's going to bring a lot of that cold air further southward to a point where we could, yes, even see snow right in some areas in the United States, especially in the extreme northern portion of the northeast, and maybe even northern Michigan could experience some snow, because we're going to just see a very strong northerly flow that's going to bring that cold air from Canada further southward into the United States. So we could see snow headed very close into the month of June, which is quite amazing, and not something we see every day. And you see that eventually on Friday that thunderstorm activity moves into the northeast. However, the atmosphere won't be unstable enough to support severe thunderstorms, which is certainly good news. We don't want to see that severe thunderstorm threat move into more areas into and along the East Coast. But like I said, even after this mid-level trough moves through, we're going to see more thunderstorm activity through Texas, which is something to keep in mind over the next couple of days, because it could dump a lot of rain. Like I said, even if it may not be the most severe weather like what we're going to see for today throughout the Midwest. In terms of the rainfall over the next 5 days, we do see a pretty large area of heavy rain throughout the Midwest, where we could see close to 5 inches of rain in some areas in Texas over the next 5 days. Kansas, which definitely raises a concern of flooding in these areas, because we're going to see a constant influx of troughs moving through Texas. That's going to bring a lot of thunderstorm activity beyond the low pressure we're seeing right now. So as a result, I do expect a heavy rain threat to Texas, and we could see a heavy rain threat as a result of this mid-level chop moving through into the northeast as well. So we need to keep a close eye on this overall. However, for today, just expect just very large hail damaging winds and tornadoes likely, especially if you're in the red, which includes Oklahoma, the panhandle of Texas, into Arkansas, and into southwestern Missouri, and moderate just outside of that, where the air will be slightly more stable, but still a pretty good chance of severe weather, and minimal just outside of it, but the major severe weather threat, if you're in this area, and even the moderate, you want to make sure you're prepared in case of damaging winds. If you have any loose things inside, make sure to take those things inside because they could easily blow around in the strong damaging winds. So definitely keep that in mind throughout the Midwest, as this is expected to be quite a major event, severe weather event for today throughout the Midwest and throughout Texas. Just keep in mind that there is a chance of more severe weather as soon as maybe 2 days from now on Saturday. So keep a close eye on that. Taking a look at what the Storm Prediction Center is forecasting, it's pretty much forecasting the same area of where severe weather will be at its max, and you see that headed into Texas and into Virginia. The severe weather, it's still going to be severe weather, so keep that in mind. And the severe weather, the good news is, will weaken down head into day 3 mark, and beyond day 4 it becomes uncertain. But again, Texas needs to keep a close eye on future severe weather events that could occur in that area. But yeah, guys, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather content. Make sure to like if you like this video. Make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see more weather content. And I hope you guys have a good day.